Okay, welcome to this video here. Now, our learning intentions is on, looking at a new object called rotations of objects, the directional sign. So so here's our intentions. Understand the concepts of rotations. Learning how to create a surface, learning how to insert planes, learning how to activate the mirror command, learning how to use the assembly file and understanding what it is, learning how to use mates and file saving. So that is what we're going to learn in terms of SolidWorks, and the medium we're going to use SolidWorks to understand the medium of rotation. So where we're given an elevation of a sign and the plan of it appears as a line, and we have to rotate the sign. In 3D the sign rotates and we have to draw the rotated elevation. See the way it says the figure shows the elevation and plan of a directional sign. The sign is pointing in an easterly direction. Draw the given elevation on the same XY line. Draw the elevation when the flag is pointing in a southwesterly direction as indicated by the dotted line in plan. So what happens when the sign is turned about? Alright, so the first thing I'm going to teach you is how to make this sign. Okay, so note the sizes of it here: 15, 70, 40, 15. So 40 and 70 is 110, 2 15s is 30, so it's 140, and this is 100 high. So we're going to open up our SolidWorks and we're going to go new and part. Right, now the first thing we're going to do is go save. Now I want you guys to go desktop, alright, new folder, rotation sign. Okay, and in there double click on it and call this directional sign. Okay, now so in order to create something in SolidWorks, we need to first sketch. So click sketch, sketch here. Now it says select a plane on which to create a sketch for the entity. So go to front plane and click it. If you hit the front plane by accident, or if you hit the top plane by accident, just press exit sketch and go sketch again, and notice the way it comes up like that. So it'll have top plane written for you or right plane. Press Control and 7 to view in 3D. So front plane. Now the outline of the sign is a rectangle, so we're going to go up to the rectangle here, hit the drop down arrow, corner rectangle might already be on for you. Click it, click the origin rather once, move your mouse to the right and click. Now to turn off the rectangle, press escape or hit it up here, turn it off up here, so go to escape. Now the steps to good sketching is sketch out the overall shape, add in relations, then add dimensions. So we're going to draw in the arrow next. So I'm going to go to line tool, line, or sorry, no, that's a different period, my bad. Right, so we're going to add in dimensions, so it's 100 by 140. So it turned off the line tool if you're not aware. Smart dimension. Click the orange line once, move the mouse out, click the number 140. Now click this here, move it out, type in 100. Now we're going to make this into 3D, alright. So 3D like you see there in the video. Okay, to make something 3D you can go to features, extruded boss base. So we're going to click extruded boss base, and 10 is fine, so we're going to click OK. Now we're going to click that there, rename it by pressing F2, rotation board, and we're going to change its appearance. So you can right click on rotation board here, go to appearance, down to this symbol here, a feature or an extrude rather, we'll make it white there. I know it doesn't look actually white, that's to do with the lights in the background, which we're not going to change. Now we're going to draw in the arrow. So if I go sketch, look what it says here. Select a plane or planar face or an edge on which to create a sketch for the entity. So that means select a plane like front plane, top plane, right plane, aka vertical plane, horizontal plane, and vertical plane. Or select a surface, an existing face. So we're going to click this face. And now we can sketch on that. Now to look straight at something, press Ctrl and 8. We're going to go to our line. We're going to draw the shape of the arrow. So nice and slow. See, you'll see a yellow box by the pencil. A straight line up means it's vertical, and a white box, now I'll show you in a minute, or sorry, not a white box. Yellow box here with the line across means it's horizontal. So that's the arrow drawn, the outline. Now we need to add in relations. So relations are just quicker versions of dimensions. Look, this one, this line here, and this one are equal. So what we're going to do is make this line that's highlighted in orange and this line equal. So I'm going to click the bottom one. Now I'm going to go with my left click. Now I'm going to hold down Control and click the top one. So not the point, the line. I click it. Now look, these are the relations box. Make horizontal, make vertical, make collinear, the same line, make perpendicular, parallel, or equal. We're going to go with equal. So make equal. They're both the same size. Now we're going to go with this one. I'm going to click it, hold Control, click this one, and press make equal. And now we'll go, see the way it can be moved around real funny like that. We got to get rid of that. So what I want to do is make this line here that's highlighted in orange and this one here in line with each other. So I'm going to click this one, hold Control, click that one, and select collinear. That means they're on the same line. So it does. Now and it can be moved around there. Alright, we want to get this in the middle here. Right, so I'm going to go point tool. I'm going to click the midpoint there, click the midpoint here. Now I'm going to click this point, hold Control, click this one, still holding Control, and this one, select make horizontal. And now see the point is in the center. All we have to do now is add in dimensions. So it's 15, 70, 40 and 15. So how do you add dimensions? Smart dimension. Click smart dimension. Sign here. Oh, I'll have to press escape there. Make sure nothing's light blue. So smart dimension. Click this line, move it out to here, click it, move your mouse out, click in the number, or click the number, and it's 15 we have to type in. So 15. Now we're going to click this one here now, this point and this edge. It's 15. This is, what length is this? And you tell me, check your book if you have to, or recall to here, 70. And this is automatically 40. So if you've dimensioned them properly, lines go black. See the way I can't move that line left or right or up or down, but I can move this blue one up or down. So I need to give these two blue lines dimensions. So they're 20 and 15, 35 from the bottom and 35 from the top. So smart dimension, click the blue line there that I clicked down to the bottom, it goes orange, and 35, and then it'll automatically do the other side. Now we can go, apologies about any outside noise. Now we can go extrude, and we're going to make this arrow. So we're going to make it 1 millimeter, an untick merge result. Click OK. So that's the arrow on the front. So we're going to click it, boss extrude to, rename it front arrow. And we're going to press save here. Right now we're going to change this to black, so right click, appearance, front arrow, black. And now we want to put that arrow on the back, so here's where we're going to learn how to use a mirror command. Now I'm just going to briefly pause the video and close the window. Okay, we're back in business. Right, so I'm going to show you how to do the arrow at the back. Okay, so what we're going to learn to do is use the mirror command. And what the mirror command does is it mirrors features, alright, faces and bodies. So a feature is like this, is a bit like this arrow here, or an extruded boss base. A face is like a surface, like the front face there, and a body is like just a separate block, like a phone in SOLIDWORKS. Right now, so to do this I need a plane in which to mirror it about, like front plane, top plane, right plane. See the way if I just activate, I'm going to just show a demo run here, you don't have to do this, but I go mirror, right, my plane to mirror about, to flip it about, it's like an actual mirror, right plane, and bodies to mirror. There we go, you see the way it bridged about that gap there. Right, so but we need a plane to do it for this arrow, to get the arrow on the back. So what we're going to do is insert a plane. So we go to reference geometry and plane, and there's many different settings to add in planes, but simply for you guys, all you need to know is a plane can be added between two faces. So 1, 2. And if you can't remember what a plane is, it's a surface bounded by lines, okay, that has no thickness and goes on forever. It's basically a surface what you draw onto. Right, now there's our plane. So I click the front face, held down my rolly button, click the back face and press OK. And now we're going to call this the mirror plane. Now I'm going to put the arrow on the back. So I'm going to go to mirror. My face or plane is the plane here. Bodies to mirror, you need to be on bodies to mirror, is the arrow. Click it and then you can right click, and now sit on the back. I'm going to write in back mirror, or back arrow. Now we can save our work. So what we have left to do is add in the hole for what you call it, cutting out here, or for the housing for the axis. So I'm going to hold down the rolly button, spin it around, click the top surface, Control and A to look straight at it, right click on your mirror plane to hide it, just to get it out of your way, sketch, sketch, circle, click the face. Now smart dimension 4 millimeters, and then click the center point, the line there, 5. Same again here, click that, 5. Now we're going to cut out that axis. So features, extruded cut, select here, blind is a distance, so see the way I can increase the distance, but a quick way to do it, hit the drop down arrow and go through all, and that'll cut it out altogether. And you can rename it axis housing. So that's this one done. Now we're at 15 minutes here. So what we're going to do now is make what you call it the housing or the axis. So new part, and I'm going to show you how to make the axis using a swept boss space. So look, sketch, top plane, circle. We'll put in its size. So smart dimension 4. Now traditionally you guys will go extruded boss space and make it whatever size you want, but I'm going to teach you a different way. I'm going to show you how to use this command, swept boss space. Alright, so exit to sketch. Now go to front plane and go sketch again. Line, and draw up your vertical line, and we're going to make it 150. Right, and then exit sketch. Now what I need you to do is rename the first sketch of the circle profile. So click it and press F2, and the second one path. So what a swept boss space does is it sweeps a profile along a path. So look, swept boss space, it says profile, here's the profile, so highlight the circle, and here's the path, and that it is there. And you guys click OK and type in axis. Now I'll show you what else the command can do. You don't have to do this here, see, you don't, but look, I could go Control 8, I'll draw another circle here, I won't even bother fully define it. You don't have to do this, as I said. I'm just showing you what the swept boss space command can do. See the way it can push profiles along irregular shapes like that, or regular. Let's delete that. Alright, now what I want you to do is right click on axis, appearance, axis, into advanced, browse, organic, wood, beach, whatever one you want, and there you go. And then we'll save it as axis. Now we're going to learn how to make these planes a reference. Okay, so we're going to learn how to create surfaces. Alright, so I'm going to go new part. Now I'm going to click the front plane, Control 8. So these planes are what you draw the elevation, plan view, and end elevation is projected on. So click front plane, sketch, corner, rectangle. So click in the red dot, move it out there, and we're going to give it a smart dimension. So how do you activate the measurement command? Smart dimension. Okay, which we'll do now in a moment. First, we want to make this a square. So I'm going to click this line, hold Control, click all 4 lines, and select equal. Now it's a square. Smart dimension. Click it. I'm going to type in 250. And now, to make a surface, we got to go into the Surface tab, click it, Planar Surface, and click OK. So that has no thickness. Look, if I go to Features, Extruded Cut command is turned off because this has no thickness. Also, you don't have to do this now. Evaluate. Mass Properties is grayed out because this is not a solid. Right, I'm going to click that, rename that to portion of vertical plane. and we're going to give it some color. So right click, appearance, we'll go with a pink, and what you can do is hit this arrow there that I just see, this one, and down here is make transparent. Right, we want to save it there, planes of reference. Now I'm going to do the horizontal plane and end vertical plane. So I'm going to go sketch. I'm going to select the top plane, Control 8, corner rectangle, click the origin, draw it out there I want, click OK. Now I'm going to make all three of the, or all four of these equals. So I click one line, then I hold down Control and click the other three, select equal, and now just click this dot, hold down Control and click that corner there and press coincidence. So now the computer knows what size that is. Now how do you make a planar surface? You go to surface and planar surface, click OK. So portion of horizontal plane. Okay, and we're going to give it a color. Oh, never mind me there. Give it a red there. And we'll turn on the transparency. Right, now we want to do in our end vertical plane. So you can have two end vertical planes. So there's the end vertical plane there. It says right plane, but it's the same thing. I want to put it on this side. Okay, so I'm going to go, how do I insert a plane again? Come on, how we done it earlier. How do I insert a plane? Features, or you can do it in surfaces. Reference geometry, plane. So in the first one we created with two faces. Alright, you can select 3 points to define a plane in SOLIDWORKS. So look, here's the first point, here's the second point, and here's the third point, and now it goes green. That's our plane. So we're going to click OK, rename this to an end vertical plane. And now we're going to draw a surface on that. So we're going to go sketch, this one, corner rectangle. I wouldn't bother to start at the origin. I'd start it up here and down there, and see the way it's gone all black. So if you start in those two corners, it'll automatically go black itself. How do you create it with surface? Surfaces, planar surface, and click OK. So a surface is a portion of the plane. See the way the plane can go on as much as you want it, but the surface can't. So surface is a portion of a plane. So portion of end vertical plane. Now we're going to right click on this, give it a color, appearance, and now I'm going to get you to write the text on it. Right click, hide that. I'm going to click the front portion of vertical plane, Control 8. Now I'm going to do this once on the video. You do it 3 times. So sketch, okay, note, okay, portion of, or capital letters, portion of vertical plane. And I'd suggest you highlight it and copy it. Oh no, you can't do it. Now click OK. move the writing here. No harm to double click it a bit more, or make it bigger rather. So untick the box use document font and up to say 6 or 7. Okay, click OK. Now go features, extrude the boss base, like 2mm is all you need it, and click OK. And there's the text. Now I'm going to rename this to portion of vertical plane text. Now I'm going to get you to put it here and here, and so I'm going to pause the video and do it. Okay, so that's what I want it to look like. There's the text written in, and that's the planar reference done. So save. So now we're going to learn how to use an assembly and use mates, alright, and see how the actual topic works in real life. So how does it actually work? Okay, so on your SolidWorks, go to New and go on Assembly. Now what an assembly is it's basically an assembly of a multiple of parts. Alright, so you've done individual parts, so an assembly puts together parts. Right, so the first one here, you'll have this here, begin assembly, and you can pull them out of here, or if they don't come up here, so I'm going to X out of that, you can also always go into assembly, insert component. So we'll go with planes of reference and we'll drop it in there. Now right now it says fully defined. Okay, now what fully defined is, you mean you don't want the object to move around, but that's not right there. Okay, despite appearances. So right click on it and go float, and now see the way it can be moved around. So I'm going to teach you what the mate command is. So what the mate command is, it puts two components or one component in a fixed position in SolidWorks, or a defined position relative to each other. So it's basically like sticking them together, or defining how much they can move apart, or how far they can interlock together, so on and so forth. So we're going to click the mate command. Now we're going to select this face here. Okay, then we're going to go up to this arrow here and we're going to select front plane, and we're going to click OK. So that stuck this one to the front plane here. Okay, now so what I'm going to do is just press OK, and I'm going to show the front plane for you. Or I'll show the origin. So those planes are what we're sticking them to. Alright, so we're going to click this face, go mate, and we're going to stick this to the top plane. I'm going to stick it together. Now we're going to stick this corner here to the origin. So we click the corner, now we go up to the origin, click it there, and press OK, and then OK again. Now the object can't be moved. Now we're going to put in our arrow sign. So insert component, directional sign. So we're going to put that in, right, and this is around here. Now we're going to put in our axis as well. So we're going to put in our axis. Now hold down your rolly button of the mouse, move it up, zoom in, click that face there, and go up to mate. And we're going to stick the bottom face of the axis on this face here. So we click it and it snaps on to something coincident, so that means they're touching. And click OK. Now we're going to give the center a distance, the center of the axis, to this plane here. So I'm going to click that face and click this face here. And now we have to select this button here, distance. So distance. So we're going to type in we'll say 180. We'll click 180. See, it moves in closer. I don't like 180. We'll go with 150. Right, now we're going to click OK. Now we're going to click it again, and we're going to do the back one. This one here, and we'll give it a distance. Okay, so we'll type in a distance of 100. Now I'm going to click OK and OK, and I'm going to save here. Rotation sign assembled. Now we need to lock this sign onto the axis. So we've got to zoom in here, use the scroll wheel. Click the inside as a cylinder housing and press mate. And now select the axis and you go concentric. So concentric. So what does concentric mean? You guys should know. What does it mean? Come on. What does it mean? Two circles, same center point, different radii. Now we can move this up and down. We want to have the top of the sign level with the top of the axis. So we're going to click this face here and this face here, and coincident is the one we want. And that's all the mating we're going to do on it. We could get it better, okay, but we're going to leave it under defined. Now what I want you to do is save your work, rebuild and save the document, yeah, and we're going to go to something called 4 screen. So view orientation down to 4 screen. And what we're going to do is we're going to move the sign in the bottom left view until it's roughly straight across on our screen. Roughly straight across on our screen. Now, this is the original elevation here. Alright, this is the original elevation. So what we're going to do is now learn about how this works here. How do you draw this view here? So this is the rotated elevation. So what I'm going to do is go sketch, click sketch, and select a portion of the vertical plane. Now never mind that there. And we're going to go convert entities. So we go to the convert entities. So what convert entities does is it takes existing lines or edges from a model and makes them into a sketch. So click all the lines you see me doing here, and we're going to click OK. And now we're going to exit the sketch, and we're going to right click on the, so we're going to call it just elevation to be rotated. You can right click on it, give it a nice color. Oh, where is sketch color? So I can't see it there. So go up to search commands, make sure this box is turned on, type in sketch color, edit sketch or curve color. So we make it red. Now watch what happens here now. Look, I'll zoom in here now. As you move the sign, alright, the height of the sign isn't changing. The height of the sign isn't changing. But what shape is this blue point? Okay, that blue point you see where the cursor of my mouse is on the sign. What shape is that moving in plan? It's moving in the path of a circle. So when I get it to about here now, I'll go over to here now. There's the new one there. And look, if I sketch again, if I go sketch again, the heights haven't changed. The heights haven't changed, which is the fundamental point. The heights haven't changed. The points in plan moved in the shape of a curve, in the shape of a circle. The points in plan. Oh, come on. Oh, sorry, I'm in a sketch, that's why. Okay, I'll undo that. And see the way the computer moved the original converted entity sketch. It moved it. See the way, if I see, the height didn't change, but the elevation changed. And if I move it again and press rebuild, it goes back to normal. So the height of the points do not change. In plan view, the axis appears as a point, and the sign here, the front of the arrow is appearing as a line. Don't mind the back, just the front of the arrow is appearing as a line. Okay, save your work, and then if you're done, alright, delete the files off the desktop. Alright, I don't want them sticking on the computers using up memory. Okay, cheers, thanks, bye bye.